Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So if you've been following along with me this last year, I have been really trying to find a routine that I can jump into on a daily basis that can really just keep my house tidy, keep it clean, and help me be stress-free. Now, I have tried a few different programs, one being the Organized Mom, which I have to be honest, as we went into the holidays, I was really gaining momentum with it, but then kind of got a little bit burnt out, and I didn't finish the whole program. Now, I really did like a lot of things of what I was doing with the program. But what I have decided as I started to plan my 2023, I started to realize that I kind of had to go back to basics. So the actual program that I started with was the FlyLady's 31 Baby Steps. And as I jumped into it, I was really excited, and I ended the whole experience with a very different attitude than not of that where I started, but in the middle, I did a lot of eye rolling. I did a lot of why aren't things moving quicker? And a lot of you gave so many amazing comments about the 31 baby steps are really designed for maybe somebody that's has no cleaning program in place, or is really just starting. Maybe they're just struggling in a lot of areas, and housework is just an area that hasn't been a focus for them. So with that understanding, I completely see where the baby steps can really be helpful for people. For me, it moved at a harder pace that I would get frustrated and everything. But once I started doing the decluttering, which is day 10 of the baby steps, or day 9 or 10 of the baby steps. Once I started doing that decluttering, my attitude started to change. And I still had some hangups. I still did a lot of eye rolling, but I ended 31 days with such a different perspective. I was so happy with what I accomplished in small increments of 15 minutes a day, made huge differences and impacts on my house. And I tried to continue it on my own, but just couldn't really get the whole program down. And in 2023, I'm really determined to get something figured out that's mine. So I tried a couple different programs. I tried a couple different cleaning methods, actually just like doing a full house clean in a different way. I've tried a bunch of things. I know what I like. I know what I don't like, but I still am trying to fine tune a program that's right for me. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to be trying multiple programs again this year, but I'm going to be tying in, I'm going to be finding what I like from each program, and then I'm going to carry that over to whatever program I try next. So I decided I've got to go back to the basics. I've got to go back to who helped me start this whole thing in the first place, and that is the FlyLady. So I'm starting back with her baby steps, but I'm not going to do any eye rolling. I already know the hangups I had, and luckily, because I've learned so much from these programs that I've tried, FlyLady, the Organized Mom, the Clean Mama method, because I have already gotten these programs, tried them, I know what I like, I already know some of the things that I can, one, eliminate, and where I can just jump right in. So I am doing the 31 baby steps, but I am doing them a little bit different. I am not going to be adding things one day at a time for 31 days. Instead, what I've done is I've gone back to, if you followed my 31 baby steps, this was my daily reminder of what I was supposed to do. I got all of the FlyLady's, this is her words verbatim, all of her daily steps printed out, and I followed it day by day, and I did not throw it away. And I know paper clutter, if you've been watching, getting rid of paper clutter is a big thing I want to do in 2023, but I wasn't about to waste a tree thinking I might go back to this. So I actually just filed this away. Super glad I did because I already went through it today. And for the first week of my new plan, name to be determined, but the first week starting January 12th, which is today, through January 19th, I'm doing steps, baby steps 1 through 10, but I'm doing them all at the same time. So if you can kind of see, I made a little daily checklist so I can check it off daily, each task that I do. And I've added a few of my own things right off the bat because I already know there's a few things that I want to have a part of my daily life, and I don't want to wait 31 days to add it. So I'm not jumping right in with all of her 31 days, but I am going to go 1 week at a time. So next week, the 19th, I will be adding to these. And then I'm going to also take some notes about what maybe I can eliminate, what's not working for me, that kind of thing. My ultimate goal for 2023 is to declutter and really minimize a lot of the stuff that I have. I have a few other goals I want to focus on, but decluttering is at the top of my list. And it's also one of the reasons I wanted to go back to FlyLady because I know I've mentioned it, but 15 minutes of decluttering a day was a huge, drastic impact on my life and on our space. And as I continue to release some things that I've been trying to let go of, if you've watched my garage videos, you probably have an idea of what it is I'm trying to let go of. I've been able to let more and more of it go from my life. And that's in kind of areas of our house as well. So my 12 things I have, one is shine the sink. We all know, I have talked about it ever since. Every method I have tried after FlyLady, the feeling you have, if you're new to FlyLady, if you're new to my channel, the feeling you can get when you wake up and you can go to make your coffee or go get your water in the morning and you look at your sink and there's nothing in it, there's just no greater feeling. So I love having a shiny sink. It's FlyLady's very first baby step of her whole program. It's tried and true. You'll never see me roll my eyes at it. It makes you feel good in the morning. It is worth putting in the time. And there's gonna be days that you don't do it, and you know what, just brush it off. And based on another cleaning program I haven't talked about yet, but I've listened to her podcast, it's at whatever time you can get it done, at some point in the day, have your sink shiny. And I kind of liked her attitude because sometimes I'm a morning person. Sometimes at night, I'm so tired that even doing that, shining that sink and getting it taken care of, no matter how much I'll thank myself the next day, it's just not worth it to me. So shine the sink. I have added shine the stove. Get dressed for success. So dress to shoes is the FlyLady's terms. I just want to be dressed. I wear some house slippers, and I actually have some new house shoes on their way to me. So I'm going to incorporate that each day to be dressed to shoes. I have it dressed for success because I do find absolutely being dressed, game changer, really is helpful in just setting your day and getting things done. 2-minute hotspot, and that's a daytime one. A 15-minute declutter. The reason I am back at FlyLady is 15 minutes of decluttering. You might think that you can't get a lot done in 15 minutes, but you can get so much done in 15 minutes. So 15-minute declutter, a before bed routine. 2 minutes before bed hotspot. So that's just a quick tidy of a space before bedtime. So I'm doing 2-minute hotspots for the day. A 5-minute room rescue at some point in the day. And then for 2 days, I'm adding in just a deep clean focus. So 15 to 20 minutes, 2 days during the week. I don't have to do this one daily, but I just want to keep on top of my dusting, bathrooms, things like that. It's something I rolled my eyes at and was really frustrated with during my first round with FlyLady. So I'm just giving myself 2 days to get that stuff done so it doesn't get under my skin. 2 days minimum. If I do extra, that's totally cool. So it's not a full, big, deep clean, that kind of thing. That's one of my add-ons. 30 minutes of movement. Again, this isn't a part of her first 10 days. She does add movement in later, but I need to do that for me. And that's something I have to add on now, and there's just no better time than to do it now. So 30 minutes of movement, 5 minutes of yoga minimum. And then as you know, I just added a load of laundry a day. So before I got this all written down and really got my plan in place, because I knew what I wanted to do, I just didn't have it in writing yet. And for me, I like things in writing, which is why I have this notebook with the checklists and everything. But before I started that, I took some inspiration from the organized mom method, and I did do, the main area that I'm focusing on is my upstairs, but I'll be doing some stuff down here as well, because I am planning on moving my office back into my office, which is the room we are in right now. But with that being said, I did do, while my son went to school, I did a full upstairs clean where I did I cleaned the bathrooms, I did all the countertops. The only thing I haven't done yet is the dishes, because I was just gonna do that while I make dinner. So I put the one thing I say is so important off, but everything is vacuumed. Our room needs to be finished vacuuming because I sucked a sock up. I sucked a sock into the vacuum, and my husband had to fix it because I was like, I can't, it stopped spinning. But he did fix it. So I just have to finish vacuuming our bedroom and do the dishes. But everything else is, the floors are scrubbed, toilets are cleaned, sinks are cleaned, everything is cleaned and picked up so that I can start this whole experience on the right foot, on a fresh start. Things are clean. I just have to keep on top of them while adding in my new routines. And if I can recommend to anybody, because if you're doing the 31 baby steps, I got so frustrated with I just jumped into the baby steps without doing anything first. So piles that I had sitting around, things that I hadn't done before that, really started to frustrate me because we weren't touching them. And I did everything verbatim. Now, you guys, when I did that, if you go back and watch, I had so much fun doing it, but I literally followed what she said to do verbatim. And then there's some days that I just lost my mind and I had to do more because I was so frustrated. After doing the organized mom, where I basically only got through the pre-clean, which was the messy house boot camp, I believe, basically doing her pre-clean before starting the program. I just did a quick clean. I did it my way. This was my cleaning, and everything is clean. So all I have to do is start this program, and that way I can maintain what is already complete. If you are starting from absolute zero and not knowing where to start, just follow her steps. I do believe in them. I know if you go back and you watch my 31 days, my experience, I rolled my eyes some days, and you probably will too. But ultimately, really, you're gonna see results. If you are like me, and I am a perfectionist in so many, I joke that I'm a recovering perfectionist because it's very true that I am. I struggled with not seeing the results right away, and I started with a house that wasn't tidied in the first place. If you have that chance, take an hour, take 2 hours. I have an amazing video that I will link right here that was inspired by But First Coffee, a 2-hour cleaning routine. Go check that out. Absolutely fantastic way to just get your house kind of in a clean state, ready slate, a clean slate, ready state to clean and start a routine. And this is a routine that's going to keep on top of things. So if I could do anything different from the last time, that's what I would do. And that's actually what I did today. So my upstairs level is completely clean and ready for the week, basically, for me to do this. I didn't do the lower level. I don't spend as much time down here, but I will be doing decluttering in the office because I plan on moving my office back to my office. And again, if you've been following me for a while, you know I currently have a temporary office upstairs, but it's time for me to start getting my own space back and to take my stuff out of my family space. So that is where we're at. I hope you guys stick with me through this whole process. I'm really excited to start this. I'll be taking you along with me. Please give me your suggestions of things I should be adding on. As I am getting through my first week, I will be utilizing FlyLady's Baby Steps to add on to my week 2. Will I add on 10 more steps? I don't know exactly, because I'm going to see how I feel at the end of the week and see what I feel comfortable adding on. The reason for the baby steps is so you don't get overwhelmed. So if you are starting brand new, this might be crazy overwhelming, but because I've been doing these steps now for almost 9 months, I'm just at a different spot that I can just force myself to jump in on the things I've just kind of let fall to the wayside, but I know really I liked, and I know that they were attainable. And that is what week 1 is. Things I know I liked, I know I'll see results, and that they're attainable for me and where I'm at. So I hope that you join me in this process. Tell me what you think of my plan down in the comments. Am I making a mistake? Am I doing it right? Am I gonna be successful this time? Go ahead and put your predictions down there. Just be kind, because I don't have a thick skin. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Allie, I'm a domestic wannabe, and I'm super happy that you are joining me on this whole adventure that I have cooked up. And I will see you in just a few days to do a update on my task list. All right, see you soon.